Welcome back. Got a little honeydew today. What we started with is this old dining room table, and it was rather abused. It's an old Duncan Fife. So what I've previously done, I sanded it down and put on 2 heavy coats with a brush, which leaves it kind of lumpy and ugly, but it allowed me to get a heavy coat on there thick. So I'm going to tilt the camera over so you can get a closer look. In any of the spots that you see like that, if you want like a super glass finish, then you need to go ahead and sand that out. But this is going to be well enough because it'll be covered with the tablecloth, and believe it or not, it's going to look super awesome as is. All right, so what I've done here is I made a wiping solution, wiping polyurethane, and I make my own. Use a 50-50 dilution and use an oil-based polyurethane. Now, I would recommend, if you're doing something that you want to last, latex looks, they have a pretty good polyurethane in latex, but I just prefer the oil-based. It's a little bit harder to deal with and a little bit more smelly, but in the long run, I think that you just can't beat its durability. So we're just gonna wipe it on, and I'll do the outer edges last because it's gonna, you know, no matter how careful you are, it's still gonna drip over the sides. So if you do the edges last, then you know, the edges will be finished and you catch all those drips. It's probably about 85 degrees out here. Give you an idea of the temperature I'm working with. Normally I do this in an air-conditioned shop, but I don't have time to get the AC going today because I have to have an appointment here shortly and I have to go meet. And I just want to get this wrapped up so I can get it back in the house tonight. Been a wild week. First the dishwasher went out, had to order a new dishwasher, and then the washing machine broke, had to order parts for the washing machine. Got a roofing nail and a very expensive Michelin tire on my wife's car. We got that fixed on, I guess, on Saturday. You don't want to run this rag dry. You want to keep it liberally. I'm sorry, I was kind of concentrating on the noise. I thought it was raindrop, but it's the heat on the metal roof up here. Y'all might be able to hear it too. So you don't need an expensive rag. You don't need a high-end brush. I just recommend you put some gloves on and keep it wet. Don't let it puddle. Put a big splash on there, just enough to get your job done here. It's just that easy. Now, when you get this mahogany done, it'll give you a 3D. The wood looks kind of 3D-ish. So I'll tip you over. You can still see the bumps in the polyurethane, you know, in the finish there. But this is fine for now. I'm not a big fan of antiques, but we have a few, and just maintain them a little bit to keep them looking good till I move on to something else. But that'll let you know that if you want a glass finish on it, then you have to, you know, after you do 2 coats of polyurethane with the brush, you come back and sand it with 150 to get it leveled out. And once you get all the little divots out here that you can see, like I just pointed out, then take you some 320 to sand it with that. And if you really want a beautiful, beautiful finish, you can sand it with the 400 before you, right after the 320, but just before you do the wipe on. See how fast it flashes over? It's looking pretty decent. You want to make sure you get down and looking at an angle so you can see, not to really show glare or cause glare or anything, but if you look like this, you should be able to see a reflection of the clouds out there, and it'll show you where the wet spots are. And since I went in there and touched that here and there, it'll flash over in just a minute here. Then I'll look and see what it looks like. It may, might have to do another coat of wipe on it. We'll see. We have a lot of get-togethers here, and it's usually about anywhere from 25 to 40 people. We get together, and during crawfish season, we cook a lot of crawfish. So I prefer to have all my wood furniture done in oil-based polyurethane, so nobody has to spend any time looking for a coaster. If you get any bubbles in here, you can take a torch and just gently blow that torch on the bubbles. It should straighten that right up. This is looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna drop the camera down. Doing this one-handed, so it might be a rough ride. Nope, not too bad. Not too bad. Yep, it's been pretty good. So just dilute your oil-based polyurethane with the 50/50. This is an interior grade polyurethane I used on the floor of my beach house. Stuff is hard as nails. I mean, you can abuse it and jack it up, but it's rare. I would imagine if you trying to scratch it up on purpose, you could do that. I don't know why anybody will do that though. Alright, if this helps you out, hit that like and thumbs up is always appreciated. How to refinish your tabletop with professional results. It's just starting to tack over a little bit, but that's alright. If you can get the long wipes like that, you're better off. Long strokes. See, that minor dimpling dust just doesn't show up so much. Alright, well, move this out of the way so I have room to walk. So see y'all in the next video, next honeydew or next bonsai pot. I gotta pot those Norfolk Island pines in that round dish. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Later.